Hi there, Jeff here from the Wetsuit Centre, talking to you today about the Oneill Bahia 3-2 summer wetsuit for 2013, summer 2013. Now when we say 3-2, we're basically talking about the thickness of the suit. So 3-2 is 3mm of neoprene on the lower body, on the core of the suit, and then 2mm is on the upper body, run under the arms and the shoulders where you need a bit more flexibility. I say summer wetsuit, this might be a winter suit in other parts of the world, but talking about the UK, 3-2 tends to be only usable in the sort of more summery months where it gets a little bit warmer. So it's a fantastic wetsuit. Now one thing I would say about the Oneill range is there's a huge amount of suits available in the range, probably far more than most manufacturers. And it's a good thing. Basically, Oneill have geared up something for everyone. Every sort of key price point in the market is covered, from the sort of the lower stuff like the Reactor, where people just want it for general water use, up to something like the Psycho 3, where it's a real performance wetsuit for people that are in the water a lot and a bit more serious about water sports. The Bahia sits sort of somewhere in the middle. Basically, it's a full stretch wetsuit, so 100% of the wetsuit is made from ultra stretch neoprene, the really soft, flexible stuff. You can get a lower grade of neoprene, and then an even lower grade, so the BTN neoprene is the lowest grade, which isn't that flexible. Then you get sort of fluid flex, which is a bit better, and then you get the ultra flex. So this is the ultra flex, and then above that you get the techno butter as well, which you get in the top wetsuits. But having said that, this is really, really soft. Feels great if you sort of actually touch the wetsuit. Very soft, very, very flexible, and it's going to feel great when you've got it on. And 100% of this wetsuit is made from that material, so there's no compromise on flexibility on any part of the wetsuit. As I say, mid-range wetsuit, so you do get 100% ultra flex, and you also get GBS or glued and blind stitch seams. Now that's what you'd expect from a suit of this cost, and basically what that means is the seams are stitched halfway through. So if I sort of give you an example, stitched halfway through on one side of the neoprene, on the other side they're then sealed shut with some glue, really strong glue that's not going to pull apart, and that basically seals off the wetsuit, stops any water getting in, which is going to keep you warmer for longer, more comfortable, and it's also going to give you more movement because there's less stitching on the seams. All of the seams are sort of ergonomically designed to match the shape of a lady's body. So you've got all the seams strategically placed so they don't give any restriction, say, where you've got a lot of movement. And that sort of example is here on the sleeve. So the seams are bent on the sleeve to give optimum amount of movement. Not that your arms are going to stretch that long, but just giving you movement in the suit. There's no restriction there. Okay, and that's typical the whole way through the wetsuit. Some of the sort of normal features you would expect: you've got the smooth skin lining on the front and on the back, just around the kidneys, just to keep the wind off your body, keep you warmer and in the water for longer. Okay, lower down you've got the standard Duraflex knee pads, which is a very robust material to stop the knees wearing through, which is especially important if you're learning to surf or learning to windsurf or whatever you're doing, because that's typically where they wear through. Some other sort of features you would expect on an Oneill wetsuit: you've got the roll neck collar, and basically what that is, there's two pieces of neoprene around the collar, and the inside piece has a smooth skin lining. Basically that allows the neoprene to stick to your neck and the outside piece to actually move up and down. So it minimises the amount of movement of rubber up and down against your neck, giving you a rash. So it does feel good against the skin, that does. That's the roll neck collar. The suit itself is typically a back zip. Okay, and what the back zip does, it's easier to get in and out of, because obviously the zip comes down further than the sort of over-the-head system. But the good thing about the suit comes with the Zen-zip system. So the zip comes down, and then as you open it up you can see a panel there. And basically that's the back panel of the wetsuit. So the actual zip system is sewn up over the top, so that any water that comes in either through your neck or through the zip itself is met with this panel and then drained out the bottom to the little drain hole at the bottom there. And this goes up and over the neck, this piece of neoprene, and basically means that any water that comes in through the collar, so if you fall off and you get it all flushed through on the wetsuit, then instead of going into the suit, the majority of the water will be carried out through the drain hole, keeping you drier, keeping you warmer and more comfortable. Okay, so it's a nice little touch. The only other thing to mention about the outside of the suit is really just sort of the styling. Changed a bit for this year, so simplified the logo a little bit less colours. I think it looks a lot better. Some of the lines are nicer, the neck plunge is further down. So it's a good looking wetsuit with a little splash of colour around the back as well. And yeah, the sort of style of the suit is nice. Going further inside the suit, open up the collar. One other thing to mention, basically, is the chest panel. I won't fully turn the suit inside out because there's not a lot else going on inside, but basically worth noting that around the chest of the wetsuit you get what's called a firewall lining, which is a thermal lining. Basically this is a sort of a bauble-y material, much like thermal underwear. It's kind of fleecy to the touch, nice and soft fabric, and basically what that does is as heat leaves your body, instead of being lost slowly through the neoprene, which does insulate you as well, this does a better job of insulating, and what that will do is keep heat from your core around your organs where the majority of your heat is lost inside the suit for longer, keeping you warmer. And that does make a big difference, the old thermal lining, and you get that around the chest, so that'll feel really nice, and it dries quickly as well, so it's got two sort of bonuses there. So essentially that's everything that's going on with the Oneill Bahia GBS suit. It's always very popular every year for someone that's looking for a good quality wetsuit without, you know, spending over 200 quid. So it's well priced, good quality, great looking summer wetsuit.